On this episode, I will review and test out this brand new line from AliExpress from Mifine. It's called Devil's Wire. And I'm testing the thinnest one available for ultralight fishing. You see, I won't be testing thicker ones because if I would want a thicker line, there are plenty of fantastic options. For example, like these Blast, so go 0.4. Then if I would want to go 0.6 or above, I would go Blast again, or this from Tsurinoya. Again, I'm only interested in the thinnest available as in for ultralight fishing. And you see, before that, I used to recommend people this thinner braided line or Kingdom Microfly. It's a great line, but this one is better. It's stronger, finer, and it's just better overall braided line. And in my opinion, this will be the best, as they say, currently available braided line on AliExpress when it comes to budget ones. And in this video, I will cover a few or test out a few properties of this line, as in thickness, roundness, smoothness, stiffness, and also strength. I will test out how strong this braided line is, and finally the value, and I will give marks from 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Okay, let's start with the thickness. So this is a very fine line. Obviously stated diameter go 0.1 or 0.04 millimeters. It's not correct. I estimated it being 0.094 millimeters in diameter. And how I did it was I used super macro lens and then this little plate, microscope plate with measures just to get the high definition picture with a line on the scale or on the ruler, if you will, and then I counted pixels and performed simple math. So yeah, as I say, it's nowhere near close to being 0.0.4, but it's the thinnest and strongest for diameter braided line on AliExpress by far. For example, compared to this one, like thinnest in diameter, this one is way thinner. If I would compare this new Mifine to Poseidon or Kingdom Microfly, you can clearly see that the line at the top here is thicker, quite a bit thicker. So as you can see, white is at the top, that thinner from Ladon. And at the bottom we have this blue. From Mifine. It's so difficult to get this focus right. But yeah, quite a bit thin actually. Clear as day. So great news here. And as a result, I'm giving this braided line for thickness 8. Again, it's not accurate when it comes to declared, but since it's the thinnest braided line on AliExpress, it's 8. And also, those braided lines never are in a correct diameter as declared, no matter the brand, at least when it comes to my testing and my measuring. Now, roundness. I'm giving this braided line a 7 for roundness. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But again, it has some imperfections when it comes to the weave and when it comes to the kind of it being slightly flat or not ideally round. So this is a black bit, and let's get it in focus perfectly. So this is a braided line. It's so difficult to get it in focus, it's crazy. So yeah, it's not like 100% round, you will see something is happening, you know, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now, when it comes to the smoothness, actually it's very smooth line. I like it. I don't think you will be able to hear this line, you know, when casting out or when retrieving, you know, or when playing the fish. So it feels very smooth, even though it's not ideally, you know, round and has some weaving kind of visible on the line. Yeah, still it feels very smooth. So 9 for smoothness. Now stiffness is really great. I like it. I hope you can see it. Actually, let me paint this braided line a little bit in black so you would see what is happening a little bit better. So as you can see, this kind of, I don't know, 10 centimeters of line, and it's kind of staying, you know, kind of, or not just dropping down onto the table. So yeah, stiffness is great, at least initial stiffness. It's awesome. So for stiffness, I'm giving 10. Now, the strength. I tested the strength a few times, and I took an average, and I'm really impressed. So declared on the spool here is 2.4 kgs, and most of the times I was able actually to surpass when it comes to the actual breaking strength. The most I believe I got was 2.56 kgs. So about almost 5% more than declared. And again, I'm not testing knot strength. I made sure, you know, that I'm testing the strength of the material, because in my opinion, that's the accurate way of doing it. Because, you know, some people will be saying, yeah, but you can't fish without a knot. You will have a knot every time. Yes, but knot is not always equal to another knot. And there are different knots, and every time angler ties a knot, especially when it comes to super fine braided lines, there will be difference in strength for sure, almost guaranteed. It might be big, it might not be big, but what I'm saying, I'm testing the strength of the material, not something that is subjective as a knot, you know. So yeah, very impressive stuff. Very strong braided line. I was shocked. I was thinking if it will go to 2 kilos, I will be happy, but every single test went like 2.2, I believe, was the lowest, and the highest was, and quite consistently, almost all the time, it went above 2.4 kg. So this is really great news, and yeah, easy 10 for the strength. Now, when it comes to the value, at the time of this review, this braided line costs around 6 British pounds. So it'll be, I don't know, $8, 8 euros or so, as I say, as of 2025 July. And you know, for this price, you're getting high quality braided line that is fine and very strong for the diameter as well, which, you know, I did not expect really for this price. And you are getting 150 meters of line on the spool, again, for this price. And all considered that you can choose a few different colors too. It's an easy 10 for the value. So yeah, all in all, impressive stuff. At least this will be my new go-to line. Again, please do understand that I put together this video just, you know, by testing this braided line at home. I haven't tested it kind of in a real fishing situation, but very rarely you will see, you know, a line that kind of is good like at home when you're testing it, and then when you use it, it's kind of it's not as good. So this one looks okay, especially, you know, when the stiffness is right. Usually when you have a line that is very soft to begin with, then it kind of, you know, it's, I don't know what happens with it. It might be because of it's soft, the kind of threads or micro threads are very soft as well, and it just gives up very quickly. This one, I believe, will last, but to be tested. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, because I haven't tested it yet, like in a real fishing situation when it comes to catching fish and, you know, using it for a while. But initial testing looks fantastic and an easy recommendation. And if you will decide to, you know, to get a few spools of this line, check those links in the description below, and also make sure that you are reading reviews from other anglers. And, you know, then if all looks good, get a few spools. Should be good line, and you'll be able, as I say, choose your favorite color. I quite like blue, you know. Blue is very close to white. White is my always favorite, you know, color when it comes to braided line. This one is quite close, and if it will fade a little bit, it will be almost white, you know, or just like slightly blue, which would be pretty cool. But like blue color is very visible actually. It's like, it's not, you know, in your face like orange, you know, would be, but still very well visible as like I would say maybe a little bit better than white it would be visible, you know, but with white it can't fade. This one probably can, but again, kind of by playing at home, I did not notice it fading, so, or like kind of leaving marks on cloth and stuff. So yeah, once again, check out those links in the description below, but that's it. Thanks for watching, over and out.